Hey, today I'm at On-Site Studios. I'm going to show you how you can find some pre-made sets to really up the production value of your film on a budget. Let's go. Hey, how's it going? Anthony Fro here, Create Sci-Fi. Well, today I'm at On-Site Studios, downtown LA. This is an amazing place. They have so many sci-fi sets and cabin sets and some medieval, like Renaissance type stuff. And today I just wanted to talk about how when you're working on a budget, when you go to places like Pier Space or stages that have pre-built sets, it can really raise the production value of what you're doing, especially when you're on a budget. And I'm going to share with you sort of what I like to do is I like to visit these sets before I have a fully formed idea of my film. And then that way, when the film's not locked in, I can sort of see what is available and then tailor my script around what set already exists that I could never afford to make on the budgets that I do my films. But I'm going to add the value by coming to these pre-made sets, which are invaluable, right? So let's take a look at the set that I used this past weekend. All right, so here I am on the set that I rented that I used this weekend. And this set is amazing. So many repurposed props from other productions that are cinema quality, right? So the thing that I really like about this space is the guys who run it are professional art directors, designers on feature films. So a lot of pier space, a lot of rental spaces are just sort of thrown together by the owner of the space to sort of offset their rent. So it'll be like, you know, a generic spaceship wall or a wall of TVs or, you know, just couches from the thrift store. But this space, On-Site Studios, just has a little, not a little, a lot like extra. It's professional. It's literally professional quality. So I was really excited about this space.
Yeah.
So there's so much going on with this wall. And then these engines are just, I can't even explain to you, like, there's no way I could afford to make these engines, but I can rent them. So here's where I put my cockpit. Now you see they have something there that they're starting to build, but there I put the one that I built on my channel, and I'll show you here a little bit of what that looks like. And then you just alter these spaces, right, as you need. So here, this is sort of like an escape hatch, but for my film, I needed a little workstation. I'll show you here how we transform this very simply into our workstation with that computer that you saw that I built on our channel, and we set that here. And then, you know, again, you're renting, so you have to adapt. So when I first came here, this room that I'm going to show you in a while didn't exist. And while I didn't use that room, I needed this space right here to be sort of my main character's bedroom. And you'll see that there's a whole control room in there. So what we did, and this is another benefit to using a space like this, there's a full stock of set pieces back there. So I was able to turn this room, and I'll show you here, we were able to turn this into his bedroom pretty easily with stuff that was available here. And then, like I said, they're constantly upgrading. So I'm going to show you around. So this is under construction, but this is sort of like a control room, a war room. Could be like a cafeteria, like imagine Alien when they're all out of their pods and they're having their first meal together. Check this place out. I wanted to share with you, like I said, there's medieval, there's contemporary, there's sort of cabin. Like, let's take a look at some of them. Now this is super cool, right? This is like a cabin, maybe a little horror film, maybe a little rom-com, another room in the cabin, all right? People come in and out of rooms. Just the detail on these sets, it's just amazing. Retro, little TV. This is all stuff that typically you would have to dress yourself, all right? Mirror, hi, amazing. Now we're getting into the stuff that I really like. Medieval. Could be contemporary, could be, you know, period piece. But now we're gonna get into some Game of Thrones. I mean, come on. I can't resist. So, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I would come in a room like this, realize it's available, realize it's in the budget, and then I would think, okay, now I got to write a short film or a series that revolves around king or queen in their throne room. And that's the way that I do it. Now, I've been on plenty of prison sets before, but this, like I said, the details are crazy. Right? We got that going on. The wall spatter. Again, this is the kind of stuff that I preach about that you will see on a professional set, but most spaces that you rent will not have that level of detail. Right? You get your establishing shot. And then this, as if that wasn't enough, you ready to have your mind blown? Holy blank. I mean, this is just me on my camera making a video for my channel. Just didn't even set up any lights, just walking through here. I mean, come on. And then maybe it's post-apocalypse. Oh, bunker? Yes. I mean, I can't even. This place is amazing. Look at this. This could be for your spaceship, or it could be post-apocalypse. We're all in the bunker. This is how you do low cost, high impact. I find this space and then I write my short around that. Then just, you know, your standard stuff. Green room, everybody's comfortable. And then also too, like, because it's always such a long day, there's spaces like this that store props. Just people gravitate to hang out in these places and everybody just has a nice, comfortable day. Kitchen, because you gotta eat. So now let's go take a look at the stockpile of goodness. Oh man, let's look at all this. And there's so much in here that you can't even imagine. Like all these pallets. These are like floors of spaceships. Sci-Fi, random spaceship parts. Maybe you need a Sphinx head. You never know. That could be sci-fi. Lights, tubs, bric-a-brac. Those are more sci-fi walls. I talk a lot about silhouettes. Everything you need is going to be in a room like this. More sci-fi parts than I could ever need. It's pretty incredible. And this, of course, is the crowning jewel, the cantina. And the crowning jewel for now, because they're always making stuff. So, I mean, this, I don't know, my Star Wars fan film part 2 could take place here. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. I love Spotchka, Mandalorian. And it doesn't have to be Star Wars. You could see in my film, I use this not as a cantina, just because of the beautiful lighting and sort of textures in here. I'll show you how I used it. Right, so many hidden little beautiful details. And then this wall. It's just a throwaway wall. You could do a whole short in front of that wall. And all the little nooks and crannies have something going on, which is that detail that I was telling you about. Look at that. And then, of course, the bar. And you could just film in front of those. We call that the engine. You remember in Awakener, I had an air bubble engine like that. Little lights in the deep background, those things out of focus are amazing. All right, so let's talk to Aiden, one of the masterminds behind this place.
My name's Aiden Hansen. We're at On-Site Studios in downtown LA in the Fashion District. My partner and I, Alan, built this space because we felt there was a piece missing in the studios and the independent film community in LA, which is high quality sci-fi and high quality fantasy sets for all of us nerds. we want to be able to make our own stuff, but we want to make it easier for all of you to make your stuff as well. I myself am an art director. My partner is a production designer. We work together quite a bit on commercials, music videos, short films, fashion films, photo shoots, kind of you name it. We like to get creative however we can. So big, small, we do kind of everything. In addition to having the space to rent out, we're starting to do more events, in-house events, as well as renting out for events. We rent out props, we make props, we build sets so we can do custom commissions. We are hoping to do cosplay events, game nights, holiday parties, you name it. Anything to get people in the door and having a good time is kind of what we're about right now.
Yeah. This place is amazing, and the details blow my mind. And it's not just Sci-Fi, they got everything going on here. So I'm going to put the links to the website, to the pier space. And I want to say, even if you're not in Southern California, because of the production value you get out of a place like this, it's worth it to rent a van, take your cast and crew, and just come here for the day, make a day of it, make a weekend of it, drive from out of town, because it's still going to be less expensive than what you could make at home. And it's if you've never built a set before, it's gonna look better too. So big thank you to the guys here at On-Site Studios. I can't wait to share the film with you. Thanks to all the Patreon supporters and those of you who supported the production of Starfisher. Really appreciate that. Check it all out. Check out my book. Check out the Patreon. All that stuff matters. But remember, I'm just here at On-Site Studios to help make sci-fi.
Hey, I'm just the avatar, but you might want to check out this video, maybe that video. For sure, subscribe if you haven't, and check out the merch. Buy some merch, that really helps. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the avatar.